What if I told you that the biggest thing standing between you and your first $100,000 is not your income, it's not the economy, and it's definitely not bad luck? It's the way you've been taught to think about money. Most people spend their entire lives working hard, paying bills, and hoping someday things will get better. But someday never comes. Because hope is not a financial strategy. My name is Alex, and today I'm going to show you 9 strategies that can get you to your first $100,000 faster than you ever thought possible. These are not theories. These are real moves that actually work. But first, let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like no matter how much you earn, the money just disappears? Like you're filling a bucket that has holes in the bottom? You pour water in all day long and still end up with nothing. That's exactly what's happening to most people financially. They earn money, they spend money, and the cycle never breaks. The problem is not willpower. The problem is the system, or more accurately, the lack of one. Here's what the wealthy understand that most people never figure out. Building wealth is not about making massive sacrifices. It's about making smart decisions consistently over time. Every dollar you save today becomes several dollars in the future. That's the power of compound growth, and the first 100,000 is the most important milestone of all. Here's why. Once you cross that number, your money starts working for you. Instead of earning a few dollars in interest, you start earning hundreds, sometimes thousands, every single month, without doing anything extra. Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's business partner, once said that the first 100,000 is the hardest. After that, the snowball starts rolling on its own. So let's talk about how to get there. Strategy number 9 is tax optimization. And before you zone out, hear me out, because this one alone can save you thousands every year. Most people think about taxes only when they're filing returns. That's too late. The wealthy think about taxes all year long. If you're not using tax-advantaged accounts like a 401k or IRA, you are voluntarily giving the government more money than you owe. Every dollar you put into a traditional 401k reduces your taxable income dollar for dollar. So if you earn $50,000 and contribute $10,000, you only get taxed on $40,000. The government is literally giving you a discount on building wealth. Most people are too busy complaining about taxes to take advantage of it. Strategy number 8 is employer matching. And this one is basically free money that millions of people leave on the table every single year. If your employer offers a 50% match on your contributions, that is an instant 50% return before the stock market even gets involved. You put in $3,000, your employer adds $1,500. Where else in the world do you get a guaranteed 50% return on day one? Nowhere. Yet people will spend hours finding a discount on a phone to save $50 and ignore thousands in free employer money. Don't be that person. Strategy number 7 is creating extra income streams. And notice I did not say get a second job. There is a difference between working more hours and creating new income. The idea here is simple. Keep your lifestyle exactly the same, but bring in extra money that goes straight toward building wealth. Freelance work, a small side project, anything that generates income outside your main job. The key is to treat that extra money differently. Your regular paycheck covers life. Your extra income builds your future. Strategy number 6 is reinvesting your dividends every single time. When your investments pay you dividends, it feels great. Like your money is finally paying you back. But if you spend those dividends, you are killing your own momentum. When you reinvest them instead, you buy more shares. Those shares pay more dividends. Those dividends buy more shares. It becomes a cycle that feeds itself. Over 30 years, the difference between reinvesting and not reinvesting dividends is the difference between a comfortable retirement and a stressful one. The numbers prove it every time. Strategy number 5 is cutting investment fees. And this one is sneaky because the damage happens slowly and silently. A fund charging 1% annually versus one charging 0.1% might sound like nothing. But over 30 years, that small difference can cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars in lost growth. The fees compound just like your returns do, except they work against you. The good news is you do not need to pay high fees for great investments. Low-cost index funds exist, and they perform just as well. Choose them every time. Strategy number 4 is stop trying to time the market. Everyone thinks they can predict when the market will go up or down. Almost nobody can. Studies consistently show that investors who try to time the market end up earning less than those who simply stay invested. Here is what usually happens. The market drops. You panic and sell. The market recovers. You wait for the right moment to get back in. By the time you feel safe, you have already missed most of the recovery. Missing just the 10 best days in the stock market over 30 years cuts your returns nearly in half. And those best days usually happen right after the worst days. So just stay in. Keep investing. Let time do the heavy lifting. Strategy number 3 is choosing the right investments. You do not need to pick individual stocks. You do not need to follow financial news every morning. You just need to buy index funds that track the S&P 500. That gives you ownership in 500 of the biggest and most successful companies in America all at once. Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, all in one simple investment. No research required, no guessing. Just steady, consistent growth over time. If you are young and have decades ahead of you, you can lean slightly toward growth-focused funds. More volatility in the short term, but better opportunities to buy more shares at lower prices. Strategy number 2 is avoiding lifestyle inflation. And this is where most people silently destroy their financial future. Here is how it works. You start earning $40,000 a year. Life is simple. Then you get a raise to $50,000. Suddenly, you feel like you deserve a nicer apartment. Then $60,000 comes, and now you want a better car. Before long, you are earning twice as much as before, but still broke at the end of every month. The raise came, the spending came with it, and the wealth never arrived. The wealthy know something most people miss. Your lifestyle should be based on what you want your life to look like, not on what you happen to be earning right now. Every time your income increases, take at least half of that increase and put it straight into investments. Do not even let it hit your regular account. Automate it. Make it invisible. Because research shows that buying a more expensive car does not actually make you happier for more than a few weeks. But financial freedom? That feeling lasts a lifetime. And now we are at strategy number 1, the biggest one, the one I have been saving for last, because it has more impact than all the others combined. It is your housing cost. Here is the hard truth. If you are spending more than 30% of your income on housing, you are making it almost impossible to build wealth fast. For most people, housing eats up 40, 50, even 60% of their monthly income. At that point, you are basically working just to keep a roof over your head. But here is what most people do not realize. Housing is actually the most flexible part of your budget. It just does not feel that way because we treat it like it is fixed, getting a roommate. Moving to a slightly less expensive area, or house hacking, where you buy a small multi-unit property and rent out the other units while you live in one. These are real options that real people use to free up massive amounts of money every month. Let me give you one example. If you cut your housing cost from $2,000 a month down to $1,200, that is $800 freed up every month. Invested consistently at a 10% annual return over 20 years, that single change alone adds over $500,000 to your net worth. One decision, $500,000. Let that sink in. I know some of you are thinking you cannot just move or get roommates. Life is complicated. I get it. But even a 20% reduction in housing costs makes a massive difference over time. And remember, this does not have to be forever. It is a temporary strategic move to build your foundation. Once your investments are strong, you can live wherever you want because your money will be covering your bills for you. Here is the bottom line. None of these strategies alone will change your life overnight, but when you use them together, they create a system that is almost unstoppable. Tax savings give you more to invest. Employer matching gives you free money to compound. Extra income adds fuel to the fire. Reinvested dividends grow silently. Low fees keep more money working. Staying invested avoids costly mistakes. Smart investment choices ensure steady growth. Avoiding lifestyle inflation keeps your savings rate high. And optimized housing frees up the most cash of all. The first 100,000 is hard. There is no sugarcoating that. But it is also the most important. Because once you get there, the momentum takes over. Your money starts earning real money. And building wealth starts feeling less like pushing a boulder uphill and more like riding a wave. Most people will keep living paycheck to paycheck, spending everything they earn, and hoping things somehow get better one day. But you now have the knowledge to do something different. Your future self is counting on the decisions you make today. Make them count. If this helped you, subscribe to Cashflow Invests and hit the notification bell, because we drop new strategies every week to help you build the financial future you actually deserve.